Hey everybody, not really quite for sure where to start other than the fact that I run a music blog where I review and talk about music that I like. A lot of people, and not even that, it's just I ask people to give me suggestions on what they want me to review, and nobody really does. Which is fine, I don't really care if you do or not. But then, if people don't give me suggestions, I'm going to review the stuff I like, which normally narrows down to either rock music, alternative, indie music, acoustic music, singer-songwriter, or folk music, all along those lines. I love everything, I like some experimental techno stuff and whatnot. And I've done quite a few of the blogs, and I've always told myself that I'm going to turn it into a YouTube channel, but I never did, and I always use the excuse that I don't have good enough stuff, as in camera quality, to do it. That's my dog, actually. He got one of his treats stuck underneath the fridge. I'll be right back. Yeah. I'm trying to do something. Alright, I'm back. So, where was I? So I've never really actually uploaded or did anything because of that reason, even though I've wanted to. So, I'm going to do this one. I said, screw it. I'm doing a couple other things in my life. Things are changing, so I just decided that it's time for me to actually sit down and do it regardless what it is. So I'm doing this on my phone, leaned up against a bamboo plant that I have on my kitchen table. So you're going to hear some things, you're going to see some things that you probably wouldn't normally see if I actually had a set up place to do this. I have a music room where I make music and stuff like that, which I could probably do videos in as well, which would actually be beneficial because I could do and record my music there too. But I don't have that set up yet. I will, but I don't right now. So I figured if I'm going to review an album, let's do something that I've been super into recently. And that album, which I'd heard a song or two from it before, but never really given it a chance, is the album Stoney by Post Malone. And everybody's heard White Iverson and Congratulations and stuff like that, but I never actually given the album a full thought because I never really liked rap music. If my high school self were watching this video, he would be calling me stupid probably because I despised rap for the longest time. Didn't like it, didn't like what it stood for, didn't like the message that it sent, didn't just like the type of music. It just wasn't my style. So I never really listened to it. So me to like a rap album is insane, but this has been long coming, liking rap anyway, because I've been into it here recently a lot in the last year or two, more than normal, which it kind of all started with 808s and Heartbreak by Kanye West, which is weird because I don't know, but that album was fantastic, and that's kind of what started my rap thing. So my most recent thing has been Stoney by Post Malone. So I'll talk about that a little bit. I'll talk about Post Malone actually a little bit because just him as a musician and as an artist, as a songwriter, fascinates me beyond belief. So I'll kind of start from the beginning and kind of work my way through. So this has been a long introduction, but thanks for hanging with me. I probably won't edit any of this either for my first one. I'll just let it be raw. But like I said, I'd heard of Post Malone, never really given him a thought or really cared. And then my buddy actually just a couple weeks ago got married to his girlfriend, and we were getting down on the dance floor, at the wedding. Had a couple drinks, just having a good time. And we're dancing, having fun, and this song comes on, and I'm like, man, this is catchy as all get out. This is the coolest damn song I think I've ever heard in my whole entire life, and it's awesome. Even though it's stuff that I don't actually understand, as in Lamborghinis and extravagant lifestyle. I don't have that, nor do I really want that. But it's stuff that I can't associate with, but it is catchy as hell. So I was dancing with my buddies, having a great time to that song. And the next morning I was heading home because they all live in Illinois and I live in Indiana, so I kind of traveled. And I was heading home, and I was just skimming back through Snapchat and like watching stories and stuff from my buddies. And they had my buddy that got married had made a Snapchat thing for his wedding, and everybody had uploaded stuff to it. And I was going back and I was watching it, and one of my buddies was in a Snapchat from somebody there, and he was getting it. And I was standing right next to him, so I was there. And then I heard that song again. It was during that song, and I was like, man, this is the greatest song ever. But I didn't know what it was called. I didn't know who it was by or anything. So I looked up some of the lyrics. Candy paint with the white on top, I think is what I searched in Google. And I was like, man, I got to know what this song is. I got to listen to it now. So I looked it up, and it's Candy Paint by Post Malone for the movie Fast and Furious, whatever, in that franchise. So I listened to it religiously that day. I mean, I probably listened to it about 70 times or more. And I was in love with it. Love with that song. In love with that song. But it didn't. God damn it. Okay, sorry. My dog knocked over my camera. So now I gotta go back through and get my damn sweet spot back. Okay, so I listened to that song about 90 times, and my obsession for Post Malone didn't start then per se, but that's what kind of kick-started it. So I listened to that song, added it into my hip-hop playlist on Spotify, because I have a whole playlist like that. If that's something that you guys are interested in, I could share that as well. I got some good songs on there, I think. So I was digging that song, listening to that song, and followed Post Malone on Spotify just to kind of get an update on all this stuff. And the song Rockstar came out not too long after that, and I really liked that song too. So I figured, man, if he's got these two songs that I really like, maybe I need to give him a shot. The dude's goofy as hell. He looks awesome. Looks goofy, but he looks awesome. And I was like, man, this is a guy that I kind of associate with, just based on who he is. So I didn't go straight to his music after that. I went to YouTube and looked up, Post Malone. And I found that he was featured in a YouTube channel that I like called First We Feast. And where they just eat like the hot ones, the hot wings and stuff like that. And he was doing that, and I watched that, and he's cracking my shit up. I mean, he's hilarious. He's having fun with the host. He's having a great time. I love it. Love it. So I got into it, and I started researching some more and was listening to his music. And man, his songs on his albums are straight miraculous. Like, just everything combined. I mean, rap music for me all starts with the beat. If the beat doesn't start well, then I don't want anything to do with it. I don't care what your lyrics may be about. I do not care. If the beat's not hot, I don't want it. So he starts that album with Broken Whiskey Glass. And it's such a cool vibe. Such a cool vibe. It's kind of slow, and it's got all this weird sound to it, and, it's deep. I'm not necessarily saying that the lyrics are fantastic. They're cool. I like them. And, there's, stuff that you can associate with everything. So I really love that song. And then I think the song Big Lie comes next, which is another great song. Great backtrack. Great flow to it. And then Deja Vu with Justin Bieber, which is also a great song. Nice little upbeat, poppy kind of Caribbean style backtrack, which is pretty good. And to have Justin Bieber on that, which I'm not necessarily a huge fan of Justin Bieber, not that I've really listened, but just based on everything that he's ever put out. Plus I'm not a big fan of pop music anyway, so I haven't really got into it, but I can appreciate the man's success, and what he does. He's good at what he does, and he can do it very well. So that having him featured on that song is pretty cool. But a couple of the standout songs that I really, really like on Stoney is No Option, Patient, Feeling Whitney is a very good song, and I'll get into that here in a minute. So after I had listened to a couple of these songs, and I decided, man, I gotta figure out more about Post Malone. So I started digging deep into, who he was, and watching some YouTube videos and some interviews about him and who he is. And I had found some really cool stuff. The fact that, he moved to LA with his buddies that ran a YouTube channel and pretty much freeloaded off of them for a little bit. Because he just knew that what he was doing wasn't really what he wanted to do, and he had bigger things in the either blind ignorance because he's only so old and so young, I guess. Which, by the way, I'm not old at all. I'm only 23, and I'm older than Post Malone. It blows my mind. So he moves there, takes a risk, does all this stuff, records this song, and shoots this video for White Iverson. And he uploads it and goes to sleep, and he wakes up and it's blown up. Other rappers are retweeting it, sharing it. His SoundCloud's going crazy. Everybody's loving this freaking song. And kind of boom, just overnight, rock star instantly. And now I think I just read something a couple days ago that he broke Apple's stream for his song Rockstar with 21 Savage. And just to think somebody that blew up like that instantly has been the most popular artist of the last couple of months. And it's like his album's starting to gain traction, even though it came out late 2016, early 2017. It's been out for a little bit, and everybody seems to be jumping on it now. Like me, they hear a couple things, new things, probably digging into him more, finding out that one, he's an awesome character. He seems genuine. He's nice as hell, is from what you can see. I obviously haven't met the guy, which I would love to meet the guy and party with him. But regardless, so he seems like a very sociable guy, regardless of what the rap songs may be about, what normal people can, kind of associate with. He's goofy, he's weird, he's cool, he's himself, which is probably the best part about him. He doesn't give two flying shits what anybody thinks of him. He just does what he wants to do, and if you don't like it, screw you. You don't have to pay attention. He's just going to do what he is happy with doing, and I appreciate that immensely. So not only is this album fantastically done and written, Post Malone, or Austin Post alone, is just a fantastic musician. In my deep research on YouTube, I had found a video of him covering a Bob Dylan song, which, coming from a guy that really, really likes folk music, I got real into that because he was, covering stuff that I've known and loved before he even got to it. So, and I started to watch his video, and he doesn't have the grill, and he doesn't have the crazy stuff, he doesn't have the tattoos or anything. He's still got the fashion sense. He was still dressed up pretty crazy, which is cool in that video. And he starts playing guitar and singing the song, and it blows my mind that he could do music like that I love, and then go and do rap as well, and hip-hop that I don't necessarily am obsessed with, but I like, and he's probably become my favorite hip-hop and rap artist of ever, really. So just starting with all of the songs on that album, and then including everything that he's done previously and what he's doing now, is just brought me onto the bandwagon. And I don't care if somebody wants to call me a bandwagon fan because I listened to 2 new songs from Post Malone and fell in love with him. I don't care. He is awesome, and I'm on it. And I'm excited to see what the rest of this is going to be like. Which is funny because I was so mad about all the stupid memes about Home Malone or whatever, all those Malone memes. Which a couple of them were funny, but then they kind of got annoying. But it's funny because on Twitter he said that he was going to change his name to like Post Orange or something like that, so they couldn't rhyme his name with anything, so he couldn't be sent memes anymore. But so the album's great, the guy is great, he seems. You got to be able to appreciate the excellence that is his musical skill, which is, to me, admirable, because coming from somebody that makes music, and the fact that he can make rap that I like, and then also do some folky songs that I like as well. Oh, speaking of folky songs, I said I was going to touch on it earlier, and I haven't yet, and I'm reaching 16 minutes, so I'm probably going to wrap it up here relatively quickly. But, so, his last song on the album, Feeling Whitney, which maybe to other people isn't a very good song, but to me, it's probably one of his best on that album, and I'll explain here in a second. I think it's one of his best for a couple of reasons. He blows out this vocal melody that's pretty catchy, and not only catchy, it's sensual. I mean, not like in a sexual way, but just in general, it's really sounding deep and true. And he's playing the guitar and he's singing. It's not really like a rap song, It's kind of got like a rappy flow to it, the way the vocal melody goes. But he's singing and he's talking, and he's doing a damn good job at it, I believe. And like I said, it just has that different feel. And I saw a video of him a couple days ago where he was talking about music that he was going to make, and he said, "Who's to say I can't make a hip hop song on an album, or a hip hop album or a guitar album or a guitar song at the same time?" And that is something I wish he would do. I wish he would do it. I would love to see an all acoustic or singer songwriter album from him, because I believe it would be awesome, and he would be able to jump to the top in that genre as well. So I would be totally up for seeing that. So I mean, just from top to bottom, every song on that album is great. And I've seen a couple of reviews where people say it's just like a 420 album, where people can smoke and get high to, and it sounds really cool, and blah, 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 blah. And to those people, I say, just listen to it. Just listen to it. Put it on with some good stereo and good sound system, and in your car when you're driving and you're just bored or whatever, and you'll start tapping your foot or bobbing your head or doing whatever, I promise you, because it is catchy. It is catchy. So I mean, I'm telling you, this is good stuff, and you guys better all kind of get on top of what's going on here, because he's gonna be great, and he's destined for big things. And I will support this guy until the cows come home. And Post, if you're watching this, it'd be awesome to talk to you, at least, but if you want to hang out, man, I'm down. Anytime you're near the Hoosier State, boy, you let me know. I'll be there to party. If not, we can just chill. Or if you don't want to at all because it's kind of creepy, that's fine too. I don't really give two shits, but it would be cool. I would really appreciate it. But, so I mean, that's about all I have to say about Post. Austin Post, Post Malone. Maloney baloney. But he's not baloney. He's awesome. He's the real deal. I encourage everybody to get on and enjoy the ride, because he's fantastic. So that's kind of my review. Is it a review about Stoney, the album? I don't know. I gave the album 5 horses for the Rolling Rock out of 5. So if I could give an album more than 5 icons, I would do it. So however many icons you want in your world, I give it to them. Because I've been playing this album religiously for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, and I have not stopped. It starts when I wake up. It starts when I go to work. It's playing when I'm on my way home from work. It's It's playing when I'm at home making dinner. It's playing when I'm taking the dog out to use the restroom or for a walk. It's playing when I'm in the shower. It's playing when I'm going to sleep. There's a song on there for every situation or every mood that you're in. And it's just a downright fun album. And I encourage everybody to either go buy it or sync it on Spotify or stream it on Apple Music or anything in any way that you can get it in a legal manner. Let's support our artists. Don't be stealing it now. Don't be downloading it off the internet or off of YouTube. Just listen to the fucking album and support this, man, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be great. And you know, all the love for that man. I mean, he's doing stuff that I appreciate. So like I said, 5 out of 5 for that album. Everything on it, every song, 5 out of 5. I feel like I should also say that I'm not using Stoney, Posty, whatever, to get any recognition, because I really don't care if one of you people watches this video. I don't really care. If you want to, that's awesome. I appreciate it. But if you don't want to watch it, okay, I don't care. But he does own every song and the rights to the album, and I'm going to give all credit to him. I'm not using it to push anything or whatnot. I'm just some average Joe putting in their 22 cents about an album that they like, and maybe they can get somebody else to like it if they haven't experienced it, and you know, maybe I can spread the love and joy a little bit. So all the credit and all the props to Malone, and you know, I hope he keeps rocking on and doing all the cool things that, you know, he's doing. And not only should you check out Stoney, but you should also check out Rockstar and Candy Paint, because those are 2 great songs as well. So, you know, make sure you tune in, and hopefully now, since I've started to settle into my new lifestyle, I can start doing more blogs and, you know, hopefully more videos. And, you know, maybe one day I'll just stop doing the blog and just doing vlogs the whole entire time. You know, who knows? Whatever. So I need to come up with a cool name. The blog is Ty's Music Extravaganza. There's a Facebook page and a Twitter profile. I'll link them down below. But I feel like this segment needs something. The blog will always be called Ty's Music Extravaganza. I'll never change that. But this needs to be something. The videos. Turn it down, you know, because everything I do is loud. I'm never half-assed with anything. So turn it down as in like my music's too loud and we're talking about music. I was always told if you have to explain a joke, it's not funny. So I'm going to quit doing that because I'm not funny. So, yeah, I'll brainstorm on that, on what I'm going to call it. Turn it down, turn it up, shut the fuck up. I don't know. Whatever. So, this is me. This is the blog. This is the vlog. Go get Stoney. If I was more professional, I would put his album art right here. So just envision Post Malone with his braids and his hands up like this or whatever. And this right hand corner has all of his album art right there. So go check out Stoney. Listen to the album. Come back and comment if you've watched the video. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Do you want me to get rid of the dog when I do these, so I'm not cussing at him while he's knocking my phone over, or chasing him because he's knocking stuff over, or getting stuff stuck under the fridge, or squeaking on toys and stuff, or whatnot. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Let me know. Let me know what you think about Stoney. Let me know if there's an album you want me to listen to and talk about, and I'll link the actual written blog, which will be a whole lot more professional and organized than this. Let's just have a nice discussion about music, man. Music is what makes the world go around. So, universal language. So, let me know. I hope you guys have a great time. So, thanks for listening if you've made it this far. If not, fuck you. So, awesome. Check you guys later.